3 weeks away from the college football playoff. 3 weeks away from the college football playoff. Covering it from all angles here at the Voice of College Football. Check out the videos we posted looking at the Washington angle on Texas and Texas on Washington. Of course, Bama and Michigan looking at the historical aspect as well. Ironically, both of these series stand at 3-2. Tide leads Michigan and Texas over Washington. The first time they met was back in 1974. It was just on the eve of one Hall of Fame coach taking over at Washington while another Hall of Fame coach winding down in Austin. 1974, the winner was Texas. 35-21 as the Longhorns outrushed the Huskies 367-67. The passing went on the side of Washington 328-36. Pretty impressive day by the Washington quarterback, Chris Rowland, 24 for 37 for 328 yards, considering that Rowland only completed 47% of his passes on the season, 5 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Earl Campbell, of course, a mainstay for Texas and a Heisman Trophy winner just a few years later, 16 carries for 125 yards as a freshman. Sammy Mason had 2 picks for Texas. And Texas also only threw 10 passes in the game. That sounds like Texas football in the 1970s. And they were intercepted twice, one of them on a pick 6 to make it a 28-21 game. But Texas put away Washington 35-21. The Longhorns finished the season at 8-4, number 17 in the AP poll. Washington was a 5-6 football team. So that under 500 performance by the Huskies got Jim Owens fired, usher in the Don James era, and things got quickly better for the Huskies, and they took on Texas again, this time in Seattle, 28-10 football game. So the Longhorns win it again behind a dominant rush performance, 440 yards to 92 for Washington. Earl Campbell, the Tyler Rose, 27 carries, $198, 3 touchdowns. Rowland back at quarterback for Washington, 10 of 26 for 128 yards and the lone Washington touchdown. This Husky team would finish at 6-5, but of course better days were soon ahead as James and quarterback Warren Moon would lead Washington to an upset Rose Bowl win over Michigan just a couple years later. Texas at 10-2, number 6 in the final AP poll. The last 3 matchups between Washington and Texas were in postseason play, including the 1979 Sun Bowl that I remember rather well on CBS, as the Sun Bowl still is. It's a tradition. But at this point, with Pat Summerall and Tom Brookshire at the mic, as Washington won over Texas 14-7. That Washington team was a 7-point dog on a blustery day in El Paso, but Texas quarterback Rick McIver fumbled twice, leading to Washington touchdowns, one on a Tom Flick touchdown pass. Both teams finished at 9-3 following the game. Washington 1 spot ahead of Texas in the final AP poll, number 11 versus number 12. The Holiday Bowl is long known for barn burner scoring fests, and we got one in 2001 with Texas and Washington, 47-43. The Horns win behind a remarkable outing by Major. The Texas quarterback threw for 473 yards on 37 of 55 passing for 4 touchdowns, but it was not wrapped up on the Texas side until Ivan Williams scored with 38 seconds left. Texas came back with a huge fourth quarter, outscoring Washington 27-7. Washington led in this game 36-17. Texas comes all the way back to win 47-43. Willie Hurst had the big day rushing for Washington, 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. Texas finished 11-2, number 5 in the country in a season in which Miami won the national championship. Washington 8-4, number 19 under Rick Neuheisel. The most recent meeting between the Horns and the Huskies, you got to go way back. Let's see if I can remember. Got to go all the way back to 2022. Yes, the Alamo Bowl. Michael Penix, Quinn Ewers at quarterback. Look at that. Just one season ago. Little did we know that they would meet in the college football playoff 1 year later. Washington won this one 27-20. Penix, 32 of 54 passing, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Quinn Ewers, 31 of 47, 369 through the air as Texas was trying to come back this entire game after going down 14-3 and 27-10. Wayne Talapapa, 14 carries for 108 yards for the Huskies and a touchdown. Bijan Robinson opted out of this one. Washington finished 11-2, number 8 in the country in Kalen DeBoer's first season. Texas 8-5, much better than their 5-7 debut under Steve Sarkisian in 2021. Texas barely squeaked into the final AP poll at number 25. Just thought it would be interesting to track the Huskies and the Horns through history again. 5 meetings and it's 3-2, but by far this will be the one that is the most important in the 10th college football playoff coming up on New Year's Eve. Appreciate you all being here at the Voice of College Football. Please like and subscribe. We'll be back with more coverage of the college football playoff, a historical look at Texas and Washington football and how they rank historically. Check out the Bama-Michigan videos. And again, plenty of breakdowns and matchups already posted but forthcoming on the college football playoff right here at the Voice of College Football.